Well, it's Friday evening, it's pouring rain down outside. It looks like it's going to stay that for most of the weekend. So what I thought I'd do was show you some of the finds that are not particularly valuable, but they're interesting, and because of that we've kept them. Got a big bucket of this stuff now, and I'll show you individually what most of it is. It's quite interesting, the range of things that you can find when you're out there metal detecting. Everything from kids' knuckle bones to bullets to toy guns to cutlery, number plates, locks and what have you. Right down this end of the table is all the cutlery we found. Strangely enough, mostly spoons, hardly any knives, in fact only 3 knives, or 2.5, 2 full knives and a knife blade, and 3 forks. This one here I think is quite an old one. It was a silver plated. Same with this spoon here is silver plate. This one is silver plate with all worn away. Again, silver plate, little bit of silver still on it, and a large dessert spoon. That's silver plate with a little bit of silver left on it. Coming up here is our assorted pile of brass and copper scrap bits that we're keeping to recycle. Things like that. I think that's maybe from a curtain rod, or looks like a boat hook end. Don't know what that is really. Bits of old horseshoe. That one there is aluminium, believe it or not. This bit here, which I thought was a bracelet when I dug it, but it's just a piece of scrap. We've got tap handles, ferrules, water connectors, all sorts of bits of old rubbish in there, but it's all good scrap metal. Couple of the better pieces. I think that's a brass bedpost, another brass end finial. Not quite sure what that is. Probably a coat hook or something similar. Part of a door handle. In this bucket here is all our lead bits and pieces, so mostly fishing weights and sorted bits of solder. A couple of unidentifiable pieces, not quite sure what that was, but doesn't look like a fishing sinker. Yeah, just bits of lead. Some smaller lead sinkers down here. They all, oh, hang on, no, these ones here are iron, I think, so I'm not sure what they are.
BB guns.
Yeah, I think they're a bit big from a BB gun, but these might be BB pellets. These ones here are lead, I think, and those are iron. Coming down, a couple of nice old iron nails. These were dug from a place that has some very old 19th century bits and pieces in it. Haven't really cleaned them up at all, but I've just kept them because I quite like the fact that they're really old. Harmonica reeds, of course. Didn't find one for a long time, and then over the last couple of months we've got 3 of them. This was the last one we got, quite a large one. Half a number plate. I was quite surprised to dig that up, but boy did it ding off on the metal detector. Assorted toy cars. Actually dug a lot more of these, and mostly in playgrounds, and left them there, but recently started picking up the bits and pieces. The plastic toys again, and the marbles, surface finds, mainly around playgrounds. Interestingly enough, this guitar plectrum was in a hole that we found a coin in. Lots of old padlocks, some quite large, other lock plates, little hinges and things like that. Some bits of old tools, an old drill bit, scissors, screwdriver, spanner, whatnots, bottle opener. Down here, these are quite interesting. Didn't get one for a long time, and then we got a big spate of them. Pen knives. Most of them are quite badly corroded, but I think these ones here are quite old. This one here is the one that's in best condition. It still opens all the blades, or both the blades. It's that's a nice pen knife made by George Wostenholm in the US. I believe they're quite collectible. This is an interesting object. I really don't know what it is. I know it's non-ferrous. It appears to be the handle of something, but I just don't know what it is. If anybody's got any ideas, let me know. Moving along, usual other assorted bits and pieces, some sunglasses, some smoking implements, some interesting old tins. That's an old makeup compact. A couple of dozen of the old knuckle bones the kids used to play with. Most of those are out of playgrounds. A few assorted bits and pieces. This one here is interesting. Probably can't read what it says on there. It says 100% authentic dog shit scraper. I've never found one of those before. A grizzly. This is a printing plate for an advertising slogan. An old sheriff's badge toy, obviously. Not quite sure what that is. It's got some lettering on it. I guess it was a brass plate from something in the park. A couple of plates that describe the type of trees. They were buried in a park around here, quite deep. Interesting again. Some old brass bits and pieces. That's obviously just a ring that was attached to something, and this big old brass buckle. I think that's probably off a horse strap or something like that because it's quite large. Quite a lot of old bullet shells. Interesting variation of different calibers there. These two, found them quite recently, were must have been training ones because they're blanks. One live round, never been fired. An assortment of bullets and shells, and interesting again, this big one here, you can see it with the size of my hand, looks like a 50 caliber or perhaps even larger, maybe a 20mm. Don't know how that got here, but there you go. Never know what you're going to find. Toy guns. This is Carol's collection. She loves these. This one here is probably the nicest one. It's a cast toy gun. Then bits and pieces of others. We dig them all over the place. A few watches and things. A couple of watches there. That's a stopwatch. That's a Tamagotchi type game. And I think this piece here is off an old pocket watch or something similar to that. And inevitably all the old lighters. These are all just modern rubbish up here, but this is quite an old, I'm not sure what it is, a Ronson or something like that. This one here is a Ronson, and this is a pipe cleaner set. Following down, a couple of dozen keys. We have a bit of a joke when we go out metal detecting, when we find keys. There's always, and here's today's key. So that's all the interesting bits that we keep, and I'll dig out all the junk jewellery in a minute and show you that.